Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our attendees and to all of our panelists for today. By the way, my name is Mike, and I am the marketing manager of Logifan Society Network. Welcome to our webinar for today, AI Technology, a New Age for Freight Forwarding. To start off, I wanted to introduce first all the speakers that we have today. First off, I wanted to introduce to you Dandan Karinakowashi is a data-driven professional with a robust background in data science, policy evaluation, and business strategy. She also holds a PhD in computational analytics and also an MBA in marketing. Dandan is a certified in applied data. We also have Umut Satir Gurbus with 20 plus years of experience in implementing data science projects across diverse industries. Umut also served as a principal sales engineer at Dataiku. We also have Valeria Sanchez from Cargo AI. And Cargo AI is a revolutionary air freight platform that simplifies cargo management for customers worldwide, and they also leverage technology to offer efficient solutions, optimizing booking, tracking, and also the secure payment processes. We also have Leonidas Mustani. He is the co-founder and the CEO of Damasu. With a master's degree in finance and a bachelor's degree in computer system, Yunus had been serving the shipping industry since 1992, and he has extensive experience working with industry leaders across 22 different countries. We also have here the women visionary in Freight Forwarding Network, Ms. Tuna Hazar Alsi, our founder of Logical Society Network. Before we give the floor to the speakers, I'd like to give the floor first to Tuna. Tuna, take it away.
Thank you very much, Mike. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Good morning, good evening, and good night. Today I'm in Bangkok, so good evening from Bangkok. We are so excited for tonight. It's an industry that we are not really experienced and know well. But as we all know, we are in freight forwarding and we are trying to create women empowerment in freight forwarding. And we are also combining it with technology, which we cannot separate it. So we also have many tech women in this industry where we want to combine all those freight forwarders with those women in tech industry as well. And I'm so happy to see those accomplished women as well as Mr. Yunus, who is supporting our great society and who is supporting women empowerment in logistics as well since beginning. We are all enthusiastic about this AI. Tonight, I'm sure we will learn a lot. We are all new in this and we are trying to get used to it. So we have many questions in mind. We are all not prepared for this. I feel like there are many advantages we face so far, but many disadvantages as well. But today we will learn more from the professionals of AI and how we can adapt ourselves in this with this technology, with logistics, and how we can align it further. Thank you very much, everyone. Hope you all enjoy.
Thank you, Tuna. And
Thank you.
as we start this webinar, we would like to give the floor to Umut Satir Gurbus. Umut, take it away.
Thank you, Mike. Let me first start by sharing my screen, and please let me know once you start seeing my screen.
All good?
Perfect. So let me start by introducing myself. Thank you, Mike, for doing some introduction. So I'm working as a software sales engineer in AI and data science space, currently in Data IQ for the last almost 4 years now. But also before Data IQ, I was working in data space for the last 21 years and working as a solution architect in this space for the last 15 years. Today, I will walk you through, first of all, we will take a look at the birth of Gen AI. So we will talk about AI, but of course, you might all figure out that it cannot be without Gen AI in the recent days. So we will take a look at what had happened in AI space, the birth of Gen AI, and what are their consequences. We will talk about that briefly. And then we will take it and convert it into the transportation and logistics industry. So what does this really mean for a logistics company, how they can utilize this, how they are utilizing it today? So I will try to share some success stories with you. And then what is in it for me? So as the ladies are, as the female professionals today with us in this webinar, how you can utilize it, what's in it for you. I will try to conclude the session with that. And so first of all, let's take a look at how this AI space looks like recently. So most of you know this old metaphor, and it's a bit old today from 2006. So data is the new oil. So we are talking about this. This was a very popular phrase when it was back in 2015, when these big data explosion has come up. And when we were talking about data, we were classifying it into two. One was this unstructured data, and the one, which is our old friend, was the structured data. So when we were talking about structured data, it was actually the tabular data. The tabular data in your spreadsheets, the tabular data in your databases, database tables, was the tabular data, and all the others, maybe texts, PDF documents, Word documents, voice recordings, image recordings, videos, these were all unstructured data. So our journey first started with the structured data. So I think at the beginning of 2000s, which is part of the time which I started working also, were the times we were talking more about traditional machine learning and statistics. And those were the days we were talking about supervised and unsupervised learning mainly. And just to give an example, for example, these traditional machine learning models were letting us use that tabular data, either they are numerical variables or like text-based variables, to apply some machine learning or statistical algorithms on top and answer some questions. And for example, I just put one question for you here. For example, I have a delivery question. I have a package. I want to understand if my delivery will be on time or if it will be delayed. So supervised learning was enabling us to understand my historical data set, these two classes in my data set, and then applying machine learning on top, understanding the patterns, and was giving me the prediction of if my next delivery will be on time or not, looking at some key factors that might be affecting it. So this was one of the examples what traditional machine learning helping me solve, along with many more, of course, which we don't have time to explain all. But the cool thing about this was we were using some radio algorithms, but we were limited with tabular data only. Then one of those algorithms, which was neural networks, really evolved so much. And then we started, and in the same time, the compute resources increased. So this enabled us to have bigger algorithms, deeper algorithms, and we started working with deep learning algorithms. These deep learning algorithms opened another opportunity for us because these algorithms were not asking us to have a tabular data anymore. They were able to work with unstructured text or like images like you see on this slide right now. So we started using it for NLP, natural language processing kind of use cases, or like computer vision use cases. So in this case, it was not a tabular data anymore, but you're seeing that it's just an image where, for example, I can identify where I can find the boxes, or it's an image where I can understand what the code is, barcode is, or it's another image where I can understand where are the boxes, where are the cartons, where are the other product stickers that I can find. So these new algorithms was helping us solve new problems. And so right now, after that moment, the organization and enterprise organizations started using traditional ML along with computer vision and NLP. So then what happened 2 years back? Actually, the transformer models were in our life for a while, but 2 years back, with the access of ChatGPT to our lives, more consumers started playing with large language models. And large language models go viral, we can say, I guess. And then we, all of them, jumped into that interface and we started testing those algorithms. And then when more consumers started using those algorithms, we had more chance to test those algorithms. Those algorithms evolved so fast. And now these large language models were a bit different because they were actually, what they were doing was using a language data and just predicting the next word. However, this technique unexpectedly was very successful for many different business problems. For example, for looking at documents and understanding those documents, classifying them, maybe looking at those documents and answering some questions. So now, recently, we started, first of all, utilizing these LLM models, and I will be giving you some examples about how we can utilize them. But in summary, they are very capable algorithms that can work with unstructured text documents, and this is giving us an opportunity to solve new problems that we couldn't even imagine before. So that was one thing. And one latest enhancement came into life very recently, actually last year. We start talking about agents. So it's hard to explain what an agent is, but we can just summarize it as an LLM model, because these LLM models can, first of all, learn to think in some way, not like human, but in a way, and they can also able to do some reasoning. So we started using these LLMs for reasoning, and instead of just asking them questions, we started giving them some tools, like, can you access the internet and search about this? Can you go to my database and query this data? Can you just take my prediction score and decide which product to propose based on the score? So now we can give these LLMs many tools. Maybe these tools are not new, by the way. These are all tools. But before, we as humans, we were using it. Now we can make LLMs to use it. And LLMs can make it much faster than us. And they can do this repetitive tasks very quickly with a blink of an eye. So that's another new tool that come into life. So what does this really mean for us? So now, in summary, what I explained is, once we had statistics and traditional ML and deep learning, now we have a new algorithm and also LLMs and AI agents. So what does this really mean for logistics market or enterprises in general? Now, first of all, this is a research from McKinsey and Company. And you are seeing a chart here. And actually, the first box you see, the black box, is stating the traditional advanced analytics and machine learning's value potential. And it is up to 11% to 17%. The result of this research shows that with the additional incremental effect of new Gen AI use cases, we can expect this value to go 3 to 5% up. But this is for the enterprise use cases. And if we can, because this is where AI agents are very useful, if we can, instead of just only using for the enterprise use cases, if we can empower all the workers with these capabilities, and if we can increase their productivity by using these AI agent-like tools, then this is the overall impact, which can go up to 25%. So now, in addition to using traditional ML, which not every organization, especially in logistics industry, is using right now, but in addition to this, if we can utilize Gen AI and AI agents, then we can even create additional value, which is increasing our overall gain, and we can see the overall economic impact potential of AI. And when we look at other research reports from Ernst & Young, McKinsey, and Statista, we are seeing that, especially in logistic companies, many executives, to be more specific, 40% of the executives are already investing in Gen AI. And also we are seeing that many of the executives, the advanced analytics and AI could really help generate over $900 billion and increase 13% of the revenue in logistics industry every year. And only 30% is investing on this right now. And when you look at the logistic firms, only 34% have a wide-scale AI adoption. So these are the rates yet, but we are seeing that a lot of executives now investing it. So we are expecting these values to increase further in upcoming years. Now we will talk a little bit about, for example, what kind of success stories we see with AI. Of course, many of them will be traditional machine learnings. And also I will try to give some from LLMs, Gen AI, and AI agents, of course. We as Dataiku, we are serving across 700 customers in the globe. And more than 20 of them are in logistics and transportation industry right now. And you are seeing some of these names. Why we are talking about this? Because we know what kind of projects they are working on. So right now on this slide, you are seeing a summary of those customers and the use cases they are working on. So if we, instead of reading the specific use case, if we want to take a look at the pillars, you might see that many of them are about inbound and outbound logistics, such as how I can better predict my demand with demand forecasting, or how I can optimize my loads, load optimization. So some of them are these use cases. We have a pillar called logistics operations. So here, for example, we are trying to do like fleet management, warehouse management, etc. is under this. Of course, marketing, sales, and CRM is the place where AI first started. So this is also another place where I can understand my customer sentiments, if they are well satisfied from my service, if I can do some recommendation or personalized marketing. Then we always have these operational departments, and this is, I think, these last two is for every industry, including logistics, finance, risk, and compliance, like dynamic pricing for my services, for example, is one of them. And finally, the operational departments like HR to select best candidate and how to keep employees satisfied and not to leave my organization. Or now, for example, some of them are like legal and regulatory compliance, contract analysis. These use cases evolved after Gen AI, because now with Gen AI and large language models, we can analyze text documents. For example, this gives us, and one of the examples will be that, it makes us analyze those very hard to understand large documents. Just chat to those documents with some simple questions to LLMs and get those responses quickly. So this might be for technical support, this might be for customer services, this might be also for regulatory compliance and law analysis. So this is one of those use cases. You are seeing a Dataiku's project interface example here. Actually, for example, this one is about optimizing daily warehouse dock usage. So this is a Dataiku project screenshots I just add for you just to make it more easy to understand. For example, here I have my predicted delay per truck. So I know which trucks might delay today. And then according to this, I also know my dock and slot availability. So I'm using an optimization technique on top just to relocate all these trucks to new docks, just to optimize the better usage of this. So for example, this is one of the use cases, which is using predictive and prescriptive analysis, which help me understand when I should expect some delay in delivery, if I have enough workers to unload those trucks, and how I can increase my usage rate for my docks. So this is a use case about that one. And actually, we have some very popular use cases, which every customer is working on this use case on this industry. For those kind of use cases, we actually create something called Dataiku Business Solutions. And so you can see that we have these business solutions, and these are ready solutions that our customers can just download and adapt their data and use. So these are some very popular use cases in the logistics industry being used heavily. But in addition, we can talk about more new generation use cases too. So this is also another traditional ML use case where we are trying to predict the delivery time for a cement manufacturer, one of our customers. However, now, so these were the previous traditional use cases that we can create with traditional ML. But now with AI, Gen AI, now we can even use unstructured data. And for example, Hurricane Helen, which happened last year, it had a lot of disruptive effect on many supply chains. So, and actually, it is, we have one of our large logistic companies who are using Gen AI to search the web, get all the web reports, annual reports, and news and articles, and creating that risk summary if we can expect any risky routes, if we need any transportation corridors which might have some risk today, and how we can create some contingency plans. And they are using this interface to do this risk assessment. So this is a new type of use case which only become possible after usage of generative AI and LLMs. Another one is from another customer, Orsted, and what they are doing is actually they are monitoring the entire market dynamics and using generative AI for their executive management. So what this application does is searching the web every day, collecting all the news articles, categorizing into different pillars like competitive, price, macroeconomy, microeconomy, etc., and then creating one summary for all the executives. And actually, more than 500 employees signed up in the first week of the application. So these are new type of use cases that we can develop very recently with the help of LLMs. Another use case is, of course, having a chatbot. And I think that's very obvious. We all started using these LLMs with ChatGPT. So now it's another use case that we can all develop our own chatbots by using LLMs. But instead of using generic knowledge of internet, just using my organization's policies maybe. And if it is not listed in my policy book, then maybe we want the LLM to say, I don't know. So this is also another use case. So many organizations are developing HR chatbots just to guide their employees for the HR policies. So now I can ask if I want to buy a business class ticket, can I? And then this chatbot really looks at the HR policies and give me the answer according to my company's policies. Again, this one is an example on the compliance and regulatory side. So in Rush, there are some paid patent lawyers who are utilizing Gen AI to just search the previous internal case laws and asking questions and getting responses with the help of LLM. So this is really a use case which you can increase the productivity a lot and save hours. And finally, of course, with AI agents, now it's not only the chatbots, but you can also take some actions on top. So a chatbot now can organize an interview for you, delete one of your accounts for you, I don't know, create a new record for you. AI agents are now leading the way with additional automation tasks on top, where customers can directly do everything by self-service AI agent chatbots. So before we close, why it is important for us? So let me just summarize it. So I think now many organizations need to start from one place. And if you want to start from one place, it's actually, first of all, to understand what is your organization's main business pain. So what is the business objective I need to focus on? Is it the delay in delivery? Is it customer satisfaction? So this is the first point that we need to start with. But as you see on the previous slide, there are many different use cases that can be applied. So at the end of the day, this will be an iterative cycle that you start from one project and you continue for more. And as Data IQ, we call this everyday AI. So, and it's not Data IQ anymore. With the help of LLMs, so thanks to Gen AI, now very close feature, we will see more and more business users, instead of using some statistical techniques, but by just using natural language, will start using their own business problems. So now we all have the chance to become data artists without really knowing statistics, without knowing Python or SQL. Now we can just use natural language and we can chat to our data. And now you are seeing like platforms like Data IQ are evolving and giving you those chat interfaces. Like in Data IQ, we have a chat to data interface. You can just ask your question and you can get the answer. And these experiences will increase over time. So what you can do is you can just start learning on this. So this is, for example, Data IQ's Academy, where I just put a QR code for you. If you want, you can scan, because all the contents in this academy are free. So you can do all the certifications and you can learn by free resources. This Friday, we have a LLM hands-on in Dubai. If you are in Dubai, come join us. Or you can join to our live events, for example. We will develop an AI agent altogether in 1 hour with a hands-on workshop for just starters. So these are some of the things that you can start learning. I think it's time. Thank you. I hope I stayed in 20 minutes, but yeah, that's all from my end.
Thank you, Ahmed, for your wonderful presentation. And don't worry, we've learned a lot in terms of the beginning of AI and generative AI. Okay, and next we have Karina Kowars. And Karina, I am giving the floor to you now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Let me share my screen. Okay, my screen will be number 2. Is that right? Okay. Just confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Thanks. Alrighty. All right. Good morning or good evening, everybody. My name's Dandan, but you also can call me Karina. So I'm located in Riverside, California, United States. So in today's presentation, I will be discussing the integration of AI and the logistic, and a topic that highlights how cutting-edge technologies are transforming one of the most vital industries in the world. Together, we will explore how AI is driving efficiency, transparency, and innovation in supply chain management, along with the opportunities and the challenges it presents. So let's dive right in. By the way, I do really like the presentation before me, and Gen AI is very hot topic, and we should utilize this technique to constantly and make our work more efficient. So my topic today is more about the general idea about AI and how we integrate AI or all kinds of machine learning technique to integrate to in your field. Okay, so let's move forward. So assume this is scenario. You are Sarah, is a logistic manager for a global shipping company. Every day, Sarah struggles multiple challenges: unpredictable supply chain disruptions, rising transportation costs, and the customer demands for faster, more transparent deliveries. So Sarah loves her job, but she feels like she's fighting fires more than orchestrating. So she wondered how there be a better way. So many companies like Sarah's company face problems like a driver shortage, fuel price fluctuation, and the complexity of managing global shipments. Customers demand real-time tracking, but it seems like the outdated system make this nearly impossible. So here we have an AI solution. So in the complex world of logistics, operational efficiency is crucial. Yet, disruptions are inevitable. Companies used to face significant challenges in managing delays, predicting demand, and ensuring compliance with customer regulations. However, with AI, those challenges are now opportunities for the company for optimizations. For instance, the route optimizations. Efficient routing is the backbone of freight forwarding. If businesses encounter an unexpected highway closure due to an accident, in the past, this would have resulted in hours of delays, higher costs, and dissatisfied customers. However, the AI-driven routing system detected the issue in real time and immediately recalculate the optimal path, considering traffic, weather conditions, and fuel efficiency. The system ensuring the shipment arrived on time, preventing potential losses and maintaining customer trust. How about the demand forecasting? AI predictive analytics have also transformed demand planning for business opportunities. I'll give you another example. Ahead of business holiday season, the system forecasts a number of percentage surge in shipments to a key region based on historical trends and real-time market data. These enable the business to proactively allocate resources, ensuring additional trucks, optimizing warehouse capacity, and avoiding costly disruptions during peak periods. What about customers and compliance? So navigating international regulation has always been a complex and time-intensive process. AI system can flag a potential compliance issue with a product classification. The system automatically updates the documentation to meet regulatory standards, ensuring seamless customers clearance and avoiding delays or fines. So AI in action. Okay, here are some of the world's leading logistic companies, DHL, Maersk, and Flexport, for inspirations. Those industries leaders were already leveraging AI to revolutionize freight forwarding, providing us a roadmap to success. DHL, they have AI system have set new standard in the route optimization and predictive analytics. DHL implements AI tools to streamline the delivery network, real-time traffic analysis, weather condition, and the cost considerations are all factored into their route planning. During a critical shipment, an AI system rerouted truck around a major accident, preventing delays and saving operational costs. So Maersk has been a pioneer in using AI to enhance supply chain visibility and the predicted demand trends across global markets. The company uses a forecasting system to prepare operations for seasonal demand spikes. Ahead of the holiday season, the AI tool can predict a certain percentage in the shipments to key regions, ensuring avoiding congestion and deliver exceptional services. Flexport is another example. Their AI-powered customer platform serves as a benchmark compliance strategy. Their use of AI to automate documentation and ensure regulatory compliance. So the AI system can flag a classification error in the shipment destined for a new market. With the automated correction, the shipment cleared the customer smoothly, saving time and avoiding penalty. So the key benefits here, we can see already clearly, AI has transformed logistic operation by delivering measurable benefits across multiple areas. By automating routine tasks such as planning, customer documents, and demand forecasting, etc. AI has streamlined the process, enabling faster decision-making, reducing manual error, and improving resource allocation. Those efficiencies have allowed companies to focus on the strategic priorities. Additionally, optimizing delivery routes and predicting demand have led to significant cost saving, including reduced fuel consumption, warehouse costs, and delays. For instance, real-time rerouting system during disruption have saved thousands of dollars in operational expenses annually. So AI has also enhanced supply chain visibility by providing a centralized dashboard or whatever to track shipments in real time, offering fully transparent and proactive alerts for disruptions, which ensure timely interventions and maintaining customer trust. Automated compliance tools have further simplified regulatory processes, reducing the risk of penalty and expanding customer clearance. So altogether, AI has improved customer satisfaction and through real-time tracking and etc., strengthening their trust with business. So I would like to talk about, there's an example of the food supply chain. So I think it's a good example. Let's dive into that. So the food supply chain, one of the most complex and sensitive logistic networks, has been revolutionized by integrating AI with information of things, or IoT, blockchain, and analytic platform like Splunk. So IoT sensors can embedded in trucks and the storage units provide real-time data on the temperature, humidity, and the location. enabling AI to detect anomalies and prevent spoilage of perishable goods. Blockchain technology here ensures end-to-end traceability and trust, allowing companies to quickly identify affected batches during the recalls while enhancing customer safety. Predictive analytic tools like Splunk process vast amounts of data to forecast demand spikes, optimize inventory, and prevent bottlenecks, ensuring timely delivery during peak period. Furthermore, those innovations enhance consumer trust by providing detailed insight into the origins and handling and safety of their food. So in short, those technologies ensure freshness, reduce waste, improve transparency, and strengthen confidence across entire supply chain. How wonderful. You want to eat safe food. So here I would like to talk about the integration of the blockchain technique with AI. So particularly analytic powered by AI combines with blockchain integration is transforming supply chain optimization by making operations more efficient, transparent, and reliable. So the blockchain complements those capabilities by providing an immutable and transparent ledger for every transaction in the supply chain, ensuring trust and traceability. This integration allows business to make data-driven decisions while maintaining accountability at every single stage, from sourcing raw material to delivering finished products. So together, AI and blockchain enable a proactive approach to supply chain management, enhancing operational flexibility and building stronger consumer and partner trust. That is the goal. So, but what about the barriers to adopting AI? So adopting new technology such as AI or whatever in supply chain operation could become with very significant challenges that the business must address to ensure successful implementations, right? Higher initial investment costs often pose a barrier, particularly for small and medium-sized enterprises, making it difficult to allocate resources for advanced tools and infrastructures. Additionally, integrating new technology with existing system can be very complex and time-consuming, require robust IT expertise and careful planning. Resistance to change with organization, whether from employee or to adapt unfamiliar tools or from stakeholder uncertain about the investment return can block process. Furthermore, concerns around data privacy, ethics, and security, especially when leveraging blockchain AI, demands very strict measures to protect the sensitive information. And lastly, ensuring access to high-quality, clean data for AI-driven insight is critical, as inaccurate or incomplete data can compromise the effectiveness of those technology. So overcoming those challenges requires strategic planning, investment in training, and for fostering a culture of innovation to maximize the benefits of technical advancement. So the future, the future of AI in logistics is supposed to revolutionize the industry, driving unparalleled or excellent efficiency, sustainability, and innovation. Technologies such as self-driving, delivery, vehicle, and drone are expected to streamline last-mile logistics, reducing the cost and delivery times. Advanced AI algorithm will enable even more precise demand forecasting, dynamic route optimization, and real-time decision-making, further minimizing waste, maximizing resource utilization. The integration of AI with emerging technology like digital twins will allow business to simulate and optimize entire supply chain networks, identify bottlenecks, and testing solutions in virtual environments. Sustainability will also be a key focus with AI optimization, optimizing energy consumption, and reducing carbon footprints across logistic operation. Additionally, as blockchain and AI continue to converge, end-to-end transparency and trust will become standard, strengthen the partnerships and ensuring ethical supply chain practice. By embracing those innovations together, the logistics industry will evolve into a more quick, customer-centric, and environmentally responsible ecosystem, paving the way for a smarter and more connected future. So here are some takeaway, and you can take a look at it. And that is my presentation. And thank you for listening.
Thank you, Dandan, for your wonderful presentation. Next, we have also Yunus Musani from Gamma. Yunus, take it away.
Thank you so much for having me in this event. I'm attached with Logifem since very early days, and I'm thankful to Tona to have us in this network where Gamma can represent its role for the women's empowerment. Let me share my screen and give you my thoughts about the AI. We already have a very deep insight, Doug, Mohammed, and Karen. So let's see how we cover the additional part onto that. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. I hope you guys can see my screen. So little introduction about myself. My name is Yunus Musani. I'm CEO of Gamma Suite. We are a supply chain technology company providing end-to-end solutions to the freight forwarders and their customers. And Gamma is introduced in 2018. The word Gamma is from the ancient explorer Vasco da Gama and a technology Alpha Beta Gamma. And the concept was how to digitize the freight forwarders which are working into this space. Now, since AI is being introduced, there are a lot of things are changing. So we first need to understand, is there an option to adopt now or not? So this is my first slide, that whether you adopt or die, or AI in the logistic, it's the future now. It's you're not waiting for something, you need to adapt it now, because that's an urgent need for every company to look at these available options and adapt it as soon as possible. There are a few things I have compiled for this presentation. I will talk one by one on different things, which includes the need of AI, what is the current utilized cases for AI, and what we should adopt and why we should adopt. So the first part is harsh reality, is that having the AI into this space, 88% of the supply chain professionals are not using AI today. But there is a huge opportunity to look at the available AI option, start exploring those options. That is very much need of this time. And integrating AI, if you're not doing AI integration with your systems, your competitor will do, and then you will be leave behind. So it's urgent. So now the question comes in, Are you ready for the future, or you want to be left behind? This is the question of today, that you decide whether you will be working in this new era with AI, or you want to go behind. So that's an urgent need for this world. What is the key logistic process automation can be done by AI? So the most important question everybody asks, how we can use an AI into our processes. So when you look at the freight forwarders problem or the current processes, there are a couple of main important things every forwarder has passing through. They're spending a lot of time, a number of human resources associated with different tasks. So the most important part is their inquiry and quotations. So that's the most important area where forwarders start their working. Now, since the evolution of the AI with the Gen AI, now there are a lot of things possible which were previously hard to implement, hard to develop, but now it's become a reality, that how we can make quotation process easy. So take an example. If somebody sends you a request that, hey, I need rate from LA to Hamburg, or maybe from Shanghai to New York, can you give me a quotation for 120-footer containers? Somebody previously, what they're doing is that manually keying all the inquiries into the system, creating an inquiry, creating a quote. Now with this AI, we can easily capture those requests, which is coming on a different channel. So companies are using email, WhatsApp, WeChat, or any other channel they have, they communicate over this channel. So now, since the power is there, it can capture information from any source, read those things, understand those things, and automatically generate an inquiries into the system. Then come to the next point, when it is required to send a quotation. Since the data is always there, so the contracts tool are there, rates are there, connecting different services are working with a lot of forwarders. So now AI can identify what is the best option, what are the best route to quote to the customer. So this also helps to increase the quotation delivery time, to have the quotation serve very quickly and serve more quotation in the given space of time. So basically, we are creating more efficiencies for the team members so they can work with their current efficiency, they can address more business leads and generate more quotation. The next area is that when you look at the warehouse, warehouses having a lot of challenges for a pick and pack. And I recently attended one event in Vegas called Manifest, and there were a lot of focus on how to automate the AI enable devices which can pick from the different shelf. So there are a lot of features and the tools built by the different companies which can go to the different places, find the exact item, pick from there. And even though those tools are now become so intelligent that if they need to pick from some pack, one item, and this item is packed into certain things, so they can tear that particular packing and take one item out of that. So like the training to the machine or the bots are like you train to a human, that if you are not able to pull this item, put more effort into that, and then take this item out of the nearby other packages. So that kind of intelligence tools are getting built. Similarly, as we listened in a previous presentation about the drones and other things, now drones are getting more intelligent. They are being used into a delivery. Previously, those cases were tested, but now those are become reality. So especially into the healthcare space, now companies are start using to delivering those medicines via drones into the different areas. So this is also a very good use case for the AI, which can do a lot of things previously, which having a difficulty now, since AI can understand more than previously. So the warehousing, pick and packing, deliveries, route optimization, these are the most powerful utilization case for the AI. One more area is the sales. So sales is also very important for logistic companies. And now we have seen that AI agents are being in place. Those AI agents can talk to the customer via any bot, understand their requirements, respond back to them, and then it also have an option where human can intervene into these process and guide and direct them for a further enhancement in this process. So that's also very good, that you can have a board where you can train, you can use for the multiple purpose. They can read email, they can categorize those email, they can read your LinkedIn, they can send the LinkedIn invite to your potential customers. So now you can see that the time the human team members are wasting to categorize the email. So everybody is receiving tons of emails. And now the first thing they have to understand is that whether it's an information, whether it's news or from some important topic or any lead, so that have to waste a lot of time into that. Now, if you can consider if there is a tool which can read your email, categorize all of your emails into the different folders, that if you want to look at your news subscription, you can look at this. If you need to have some price sheet, you can look at this. If you need some urgent attention emails, you can look at this. So this kind of advancement makes the life easier and create the efficiency into the human cycle. So the object is that if AI automation can be placed, then we can have the cost of logistic reduced by the 40%, which McKinsey is confirming based on that analysis. It's saying that it can be reduced with that point. And we can imagine that if a lot of things are being done quickly with more speed, more capacity, then definitely we can reduce cost on that. What are the consequences of inaction? So if you're not going towards this direction, you are not adopting the AIs, what will happen? That since those inefficiency which is currently happening will kill your profitability. Why? Because the other companies who adopt that, they will have more quicker response, they will have more transaction handled within the same time, and then other companies who are not adapting will keep adding additional full-time employees to increase their cost, and still they will be definitely behind those companies who are adapting those new tools and technology to increase their efficiencies. And their cost will increase, their margin will reduce. So your competitor who is using AI into the different business processes will work faster and be more competitive, and then having more accuracy. So the concept is that it's not just the efficiency, but also the accuracy, because the data is being there, system can do magics on those data, find the right information, respond back to the customer. So that's becoming an instant information. So example of AI application that we discussed, that AI bots are there, which can automatically read the carrier contracts, read the different sources of information. So I believe the different forwarder here definitely receiving a lot of rate sheet from their agent. So if there is an AI bot which can read all the information, put into a specific data sets, and then whenever you need to search a rate, let's say from Houston to Portland, just system can go to those data sets, find the rates, send it, give it to you. So you can imagine that how fast this will be in terms of your response time. So the quoting process will become very faster because AI can all read those things, generate a quotation, send to the customer. And as we discussed about the warehousing, pick and packing process becomes faster and faster. And the next part is that from the route optimization perspective, we can find the optimal dynamic price based on the given request and the requirement, and having a specific thing which get customers a lower cost, because there are some options that whether you want to go by ocean or have some trucking and then go ocean. So what is the best optimization? What is the best option for some selection of route where I should be loaded my container? Should I take it to this place and from the road transport and then load it onto the container, or I should load it my container here and then move it to other place? So those kind of optimization are being done by the AI, because system can understand, okay, if this is my trucking cost is less, my ocean freight is high, my trucking cost is high, or ocean freight is low. So comparing all these options, it can generate an optimal route and quotation for your customers. So if we compare between the traditional forwarder versus the digital forwarder, because the digital forwarder is a new component into the industry. So if you want to go AI enable thing, you need to be a digital forwarder. And what digital forwarder is, they are doing everything manual. They have a slow process. The cost keep increasing. But the digital forwarder trying to make themselves fully automated, become a lot efficient, and their cost keep reducing because they're getting more efficiency with the existing staff. And the facts are, by 2030, over 60% of the logistic companies will be operating as digital-first business. That's per the Gartner. So those are the things that we need to consider. If we are a forwarder, we need to first be a digital forwarder and start implementing AIs into some extent into the companies. What is the benefit of the predictive analysis? So predictive analysis is the power of analytics, as we have learned from the previous two presentations, is that now AI is capable to do a lot of predictive analysis. Now, there can be a lot of advantage if system can read the data and identify what could be the future. So based on the forecasting methodologies, it can read and identify how should be the demand, when the containers demand will be high, when I should have a contract with my carriers and suppliers, and what are the routes that I need to use to cut my transit time. Red Sea situation happened, everybody knows. Now, in this situation, what are the alternatives? So those kind of things are being optimized, can be predicted, and then based on certain information, it can be have something done before the things are get very bad. So the advantage of the predictive analysis is that you have some information available, and then based on that, companies can do some proactive measures, like if there is anything happening into certain countries, and then system and AI knows about that, and if any shipment is going on there, so the live track and trace can also read the exact situation at the destination, port congestion, strikes, any other thing, and then can predictively inform the actual BCO consignee that your shipment is not going to arrive on time. So they need to have some arrangement if this is not going to make on time. So predictive analysis, if it's done properly, can reduce the supply chain disruption by 30% as per Deloitte. So this is very important, and this can be generated with the AI powers. Sustainability, everybody, we talk about the environment and sustainability, carbon efficient things. So the sustainability is also being increased with the AI things. Why? Because we can lower the emission in supply chain by optimizing our routes, and route optimization will be done by the AI. So that means that ultimately the effect will be on our world, that it will have a lower carbon emission. So AI powers energy efficient warehouses. Now all the different equipment in the warehouses and other location, if those are mainly AI powered, then definitely they are making most use of the maximum efficiencies they have. So the less emission, less utilization of the fuels and other thing. Data-driven sustainability tracking for compliances. So there are a lot of things which needed, that whether this carrier has a lot less carbon emission, whether other carrier has a less carbon emission. So now we are getting all this information, and every carrier is doing an effort to have their new vessels with the energy efficient vessels. Based on that, those kind of carbon emissions things can be reduced. So companies, now big companies, as we see in the previous slide, that all top companies, Maersk, Hapag, CMA, are now investing into AI-driven sustainability systems to reduce their carbon footprint by 25%. What is the financial implication? So if you're doing nothing, that means you may lose market share, because you will become inefficient. You will not able to serve your customer efficiently like the other service provider. You will have a high operational cost, and maybe customers will decline because of the satisfaction issues. Service will become a different level for the service provider who are using AI. And what is the ROI if you adopt AI? So up to 40% reduction in cost, your operation can be faster, 60%, and 2x higher customer retention rate, because customer will remain happy because you provide them on-time things. Now, in this space, I also touch base upon the area where we can have the voice and the documents reading. So now, since AI power is there, you can just upload your bill of lading, you can just upload your manifest, you can just upload any document. System can read and automatically generate your job files. So the job files, ARAP invoices now become more or less automated based on the AI tools, so that manual entries are getting reduced. Still, we are not talking about removing the humans remain, but what we can do to increase the human efficiency, that's what AI we are talking about. And then we are also now having a lot of things coming with the voice. So if somebody have send you a voice message or call that I need a rate from this point to this point, and system can read those voice messages and also convert into a text and then do the AI with the information and generate those data elements with that. Similarly, now the voice channels are creating and expanding so that if system not able to find certain information and is connected with the voice system or the phone system, it can call automatically to the service provider, ask them, hey, where's my shipment? Let's say you're getting service through some truck brokers and you want to know the location, then system can automatically schedule to call them, get the information, put into your system, and also send the details to your customer. So now all these things with the voice channels, with the reading of voice, understanding of voice, and then convert it. And now the voice is also so powerful that people are talking English, Spanish, Chinese, Arabic, whatever the language they're talking, system can translate and have their information get into the system. So what are the steps? What are the direction that you should take, how you should step forward? So first of all, you need to have an action plan, like identify your pain points where AI can improve an immediate ROI, which we understand that from the coding process to the track and trace process and your document automation, these are the main areas there where you can immediately have efficiencies visible to you. And then for this kind of thing, you need to partner with AI-powered logistic platforms like Gamma for having your existing tools integrated with the new fancy tools, connecting all the data with the AI and push the resultant data into your existing system. And then we need to have teams trained to leverage the AI efficiency, because now we all know that with just an introduction of ChatGPT, a lot of content creation is being eliminated. You just copy paste your email, ask ChatGPT to reply it. It will create a very nice reply for that thing. With little adjustment, you can have a quick response to your customers. So that's where team need to understand how to use those tools to make it easier for their daily routines. What is my final thought? That embracing an AI is necessary. It's not future, it's now, it's happening now. So embracing of AI or risking become an obsolete. So do it or you'll be dying. And final thought is that the successful logistic companies will be AI driven. Are you want to be one of them or not? So that's the decision that need to be taken by the freight forwarder to adapt it AI journey into their systems to make it more efficient, more successful, and retaining their customers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yunus. And now for our last speaker, I wanted to give the floor to Valeria Sanchez. Valeria, take it away.
Thank you so much for inviting us. Can you hear me? I think you can.
Yes,
so
we can hear you.
let me turn my screen. Perfect.
Perfect. We can see your screen.
Great. Thanks so much. So thank you so much for inviting us to this webinar, Tuna and all the Logifin team. Actually, I'm very happy to have joined this webinar. I think the information that has been shared was very valuable. I hope all of you had an AI assistant taking notes, because I think it was very important, all this information. So let me introduce myself first. My name is Valeria Sanchez, and I have been working in the cargo industry for about 5 years before I joined Cargo AI, and almost 3 years in Cargo AI. So in the past, I was doing quotations and focusing the air freight industry, actually. So I was doing the pricing, some operations as well. And when I started to see the portals, I started to use as well some of the other portals. And I realized that this is an amazing tool. And as Yunus said, hurry up to learn and to implement them in our daily lives, because it's of huge help. So I have some slides about my company here. My marketing team has put them here. I will be very quick just to then jump into the examples that actually I would like to talk about today. How we are implementing AI in the products and how the users are utilizing it. So Cargo AI is still a startup. We are 5 years in the market, but we have been growing very fast. At the moment, we have around 20,000 users already enjoying of the portal. We have been connecting already to 117 airlines, and we are present in 140 countries at the moment. Very briefly, what we are doing. I think you will hear about us mostly about Cargo Mart because it's our e-booking portal. Then we have Cargo Connect. Cargo Connect, it's actually the product that I am mainly working as a key account manager in Cargo AI. With this product, I help forwarders, but also TMS to get connected into our system and to connect to our APIs. I later will explain you briefly what an API is. Cargo Wallet, it's we like to say this is the PayPal of cargo to make it easy and simple. And Cargo 2.0, it's an API that it's focusing on the reduction of the carbon footprint, and also you can buy stuff about using this API. So what is an API? So making it simple, Cargo AI, it's, let's say, the middleware. We are connecting to several airlines directly, but also to GHAs, to GSAs, and to airports. So we are collecting data from all of these systems. And as Umut made an example about the data, there is a lot of data. But I like the example that she said about refining oil, refining data. It's very important. And this is what we are actually focusing on. Refining this data. So as a middleware, we receive this data and we share via these APIs. May it be track and trace, quote and book, FHL or Airwaybill Transmission API, Cargo Wallet, or Cargo Copilot, an API that I will show you. It's actually an example of generative and agentic AI, and Cargo 2.0 API to all the forwarders or to the biggest TMS that you can see here that we are already connected to. So let's now deep dive into the examples. I have here, I will mention specifically 4 types of AI: machine learning, generative AI, agentic AI, and physical AI. So already Umut has explained a lot about machine learning, and practically machine learning is collecting the data, right? So as I said, we are connecting directly to airlines, so we are receiving routings, schedules, pricing, and with this data we can make a lot of useful stuff for you. For example, AI-powered rates. What are the AI-powered rates? We are collecting data from the latest recent weeks or months, dynamic rates. We get this data and then we analyze a trend, how the rates could be looking for the next coming weeks or months. So this is actually a very useful thing if you have to do tenders and or compare rate sheets. That is something that Yunus mentioned. How about we have a place where we can have all the rate sheets and compare, and not just wait that the airline send us that by email and then maybe create an Excel file. That it's already old times. And now we have tools that help us to do these comparisons with data that it's powered by, may it be on a website or even can be connected to your system to have all this data on your desk. And something that was very important and mentioned today, it's shipment delay prediction. So with the machine learning, we collect the data about the track and trace of the shipments, but also routines, schedules, and we can now predict this data, which is very important. But we can also predict the no-show, but also if we are doing quotations to our clients, now we can have already a win ratio of these quotations with this machine learning AI. And now let's put also an example for generative AI and also a bit of agentic AI we have here in the Cargo Copilot API. So this API practically it's transferring data from anywhere to our system or where we want this data to be transferred. Let's put a clear example here. We have a testimonial of Dimitri Arnaudin. It's the Director of Digital and Innovation in ECS Group. So Dimitri has implemented Cargo Copilot in their system called Quantum. It's a quotation system, and they receive an email with a lot of data. Let's say a client, a freight forwarder, it's their clients. They will send an email saying, okay, I need a price for a shipment from a place to another place, and there are 100 boxes with different dimensions each. So what this tool is doing is transferring this data immediately from their email to their system. And actually, the integration about this API, as Dimitri said, it only took 1 week. So it is only a matter of want to do it, and you can see it can be already implemented, and immediately the users are having quick quotes. So let me go to the next one. So here I have an example of also agentic AI. Actually, here you can see our CEO, Matt Bitot, that is explaining a little bit about Cargo, this assistant that we have of transferring data from the email, in this case, to CargoMart. So I will be able, if possible, to share with you this video so you can see it later, as I am trying to, let me see if I can play from here. Okay, let me reproduce it here.
Let me share this great use case, AI use case with our.
I'm not sure if you can hear the voice from the video. If you cannot hear, please let me know and I can explain. Mike?
We can hear the video.
Here.
Cargo Copilot API, which basically read all information into an email, translate that with AI that we have trained especially for cargo, translate that into a shipment that can be used in multiple ways.
So perfect. As you can see here, we have a clear example of an email that is in German. I do not speak German, actually. Matt also doesn't speak German. And as you can see, there is the plugin, Create a Shipment. With this plugin, we can just read the email and all the data that is here.
This is an email received by a freight forwarder in German, which I don't really speak. But the AI model is going to understand everything into the email, the origin, destination, the date, and also all the dimension. So the freight forwarder doesn't have to retype everything into CargoMart. And it's going to read everything, put that into the system, and as you can see, in a few seconds, everything is there.
So as you can see, with just one click in that plugin in your email, may you be using Outlook, Gmail, or any email, you have already all the data here. And just by clicking on search, you will have prices with different airlines, schedules, ready to quote to your client. And Matt will always tell us and encourage us, as we are a remote team, about 50 people around the world. He will suggest us to use more and more AI. In fact, we are having in every meeting our AI assistant that is taking notes for us, and then it will share the important notes and the tasks that we will be assigned into our CRM and also into Teams under the specific client, and highlighting to specific team that will need to see these notes. So last but not least, that we also have mentioned in this webinar is about the use about physical AI. We have already, so the transition is not in the future, it's already now. So we can see that they're already using in the warehouses robots, training them, telling them, okay, what you need to pick up, where you need to go. And we are also using in warehouses optimization, drones, vehicles, and other devices, as was mentioned by Karina as well, to control the temperature of the goods. And so we can have fresh food, right? And something that I wanted to share, very interesting. One of my clients has a big warehouse, and he was telling me, look, the people in the warehouse is walking about 10 kilometers to 20 kilometers per day. So as you see how it can be helpful, and actually, this is not a message to say AI will replace humans, but what our CEO will always tell us, it's AI, it's not here to replace humans, but people that knows AI will replace humans. So thank you so much. And I invite you please to scan the code here if you are interested in knowing more about us. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Valeria. So again, first of all, I want to thank all our speakers, Umut, Karina, Yunus, and Valeria, for sharing with us the knowledge in artificial intelligence, not only in freight forwarding, but in different aspects and in different practices. So I just wanted to ask our attendees if they have any further questions. Okay, I can see no one is um, okay. To all our attendees, if you have any further questions, feel free to message us in our official Facebook page, and we will inform our guest speakers to answer your question and to also provide you more information about artificial intelligence. Okay? Again, thank you everyone for attending. Umut, Karina, Yunus, Valeria, thank you so much for for sharing your knowledge. And again, this is Mike from Logifem Society Network, and have a good night. Thank you.